Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, chapter 2. Chapter 3, text 14 and 15. Aham Mahendro Nirati Pracheta Somo Agnir Isha Pavano Varinchi Aditya Vishve Vasavo Ata Saja Marud Gana Rudra Gana Sasida Anye Cha Ye Vishvashrijo Amaresha Brigvado Brigvadayo Sprishta Rajas Tamaska Yasye Hitam Na Vidu Sprita Maya Sattva Pradana Api Kim Tato Anye Aham Mahendro Niriti Pracheta Somo Agnir Isha Pavana Vrinchi Aditya Vishve Vasavota Sadya Marud Gana Rudra Gana Sasadiya Marud Gana Rudra Gana Sasida Anye Chaye Vishvashrijo Maresha Brigvadayo Sprishas Rajas Tamaska Yashitam Navido Sprisha Mayaha Sattva Pradana Pikim Tato Anye Aham Mahendro Niriti Pracheta Samo Agnirisha Pavana Varinchi Aditya Vishve Vasavota Sajja Marud Gana Satsadidha Anye Chaye Vishvashrijo Maresha Brigvadayo Sprisha Rajas Tamaska Yash Yehitam Na Vidusprisha Maya Sattva Pradana Apikim Tatonye. Jen, please. Amindro Nidita Prachita Sasadya. Rigvada brings Tamaskar. Mataji's. Samo Agnesha Pavan Vinci. Aditra Vichvega Savasana. Mataji's. Aham Ayamaraj Mahendra Indra, the king of heaven. Nirati Pracheta Varuna, the controller of water. Soma, the moon. Agni, fire. Isha, Lord Shiva. Pavana, the demigod of the air. Varanchi, Lord Brahma. Ajija, the sun. Vishve, Vishvasu. Vasava, the 8 Vasus. Ata, also. Saja, the demigods. Marutkana, masters of the wind. Rudra Gana, the expansions of Lord Shiva. Sad Siddha, with the inhabitants of Siddhaloka. Anye, others. Cha, and. Ye, who. Vishva Shrija, Marichi, and the other creators of the universal affairs. Amara Isha, the demigods like Brihaspati. Brigu Adaya, the great sages headed by Brigu. Asprita, who have not been contaminated. Raja Tamaska, by the lower modes of material nature. Rajagun, and Tamagun. Yasha, of whom? Ihitam, the activity. Na vidu, do not know. Spristamaya, who are illusioned by the illusory energy. Sattva pradana, chiefly in the mode of goodness. Api, although. Kim, what to speak of. Tata, then them. Anye, others. Translation. I Yamaraj. Well, I'll read the whole thing first. I know it's a long verse. I Yamaraj, Indra, the king of heaven, Niriti, Varuna, Chandra, the moon god, Agni, Lord Shiva, Pavana, Lord Brahma, Surya, the sun god, Vishvasu, the 8 Vasus, the Sajas, the Maruts, the Rudras, the Siddhas, and Marichi, and the other great sages, rishis, engaged in maintaining the departmental affairs of the universe, as well as the best of the demigods headed by Brihaspati, and the great sages headed by Brigu, are all certainly freed from the influence of the 2 base material modes of nature, namely passion and ignorance. Nevertheless, although we are in the mode of goodness, we cannot understand the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What then is to be said of others who, under illusion, merely speculate to know God? Please repeat. I, Yamaraj, Indra, the king of heaven, Nirati, Varuna, Chandra, the moon god, Agni, Lord Shiva, Pavana, Lord Brahma, Surya, the sun god, Vishvasu, the 8 Vasus, the Sajas, the Maruts, the Rudras, the Siddhas, and Marichi, and the other great rishis, engaged in maintaining the departmental affairs of the universe, as well as the best of the demigods, headed by Brihaspati, and the great sages headed by Brigu, are all certainly freed from the influence of the 2 base material modes of nature, namely passion and ignorance. Nevertheless, although we are in the mode of goodness, we cannot understand the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What then is to be said of others who are under illusion and merely speculate to know God? Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. The men and other living entities within this cosmic manifestation are controlled by the 3 modes of material nature. For the living entities, controlled by the base qualities of nature, passion, and ignorance, there is no possibility of understanding God. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Lalita Vishaka Krishna Balaram Nittai Gauranga Jagannath Baladev, Lady Subhadra, Ugra Nrsimha Maharaj, Sri Prahlad, Srila Prabhupada, K. For the living entities controlled by the base qualities of nature, passion, and ignorance, there's no possibility of understanding God. Even those in the mode of goodness, like the many demigods and great rishis described in these verses, cannot understand the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, one who is situated in the devotional service of the Lord is transcendental to all the material qualities. Therefore, the Lord personally says that no one can understand him but the bhaktas, who are transcendental to all material qualities. Bhakyamam abhijananti. As stated by Bhishma Dev to Maharaj Yudhisthira in Srimad Bhagavatam, Na hyasa karachid rajan human veda viditsatam yad vijigyashaya yukta muyanti kavayopihi. O King, no one can know the plan of Lord Shri Krishna. Though great philosophers inquire exhaustively, they are bewildered. End quote. No one therefore can understand God by speculative knowledge. Indeed, by speculation, one will be bewildered, muyanti. This is also confirmed by the Lord himself in the Bhagavad Gita. Manushanayam sahasreshu kaschya jatati siddhaye. Yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvataha. Among many thousands of men, one may endeavor for perfection. And even among the siddhas, those who have already become perfect, only one who adopts the process of bhakti, devotional service, can understand Krishna. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vandeham Shri Chaitanya Manopistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Raganavtvam Vitam Stam Sajivam Savadetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha. Hey Krishna Korena Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopita Kanta Radha Kanta Namosate Tapta Kanchana Gorange Radha Vrindavaneshware Vrishabhanu Sutideve Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Turupyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, but my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharne Nirvise Sunyavadi Pasachadi Satarne. So there's so many subject matter in this very long translation. Yamaraj, he is called Dharmaraj. He is king of all Dharma. And in the Bhagavatam, it is said that Dharmaraj, or Yamaraj, has a brain almost like the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's very omniscient. Yet he claims that not only him, Indra, the king of heaven, Varuna, Chandra, Agni, Soma, Lord Shiva, even Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Surya, etc., etc. They cannot even understand entirely the personality of Godhead. So Krishna says, Aham savasya prabhavo matasavar pravartate iti bhatva majante mam bhuta bhava samambita. I'm the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who know this perfectly engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So, it is very, very important that we acknowledge, recognize, and know deeply in the heart the only way that we can become God conscious, Krishna conscious, self-realized, is by the mercy of the spiritual master. Tadvidi paritpantena, Krishna says, Pariprasnena sevaya, upadekshanti te jnana, jnaninas tattvadarshana. Jnaninas tattvadarshana. He is seeing Krishna. He's seeing the truth. He doesn't see illusion. He doesn't see matter. He sees that this is all Krishna's energy. He is not like a conditioned soul that differentiates between friends and enemies, between people who are white and black and brown, men, women, dogs, cats, cows. He doesn't see like that. He just sees Krishna. And he just follows out. Mamaivam so jiva loke jiva buddha sanastana manasasta nindiriyani prakriti snani karshate. That the conditioned soul, Krishna says, are my eternal parts and parcels. But due to conditioned life, they're struggling very hard with the six senses, which includes the mind. So when we understand that is the absolute truth, everything else becomes superfluous, becomes inconsequential. That is the most important, to understand you are the eternal servant of Krishna. Gopi Bhartu Padakamala Dasa Dasa Anadas. That is the perfection of life, and that is the perfection of religion. So Sukham Kartam Avyayam. It is joyfully performed. It is ecstatic. In the material world, you work so hard, working to accumulate whatever they're trying to accumulate, and it's never enough. And never is their work like our work. Our work is simply amusement. In Goloka Vrindavan, Prabhupada says that Krishna does no work. He simply goes out with his cowherd friends and dances and chants and has fun and plays with the cows. It's simply amusement. But here we have to struggle so hard. And no matter how much you accumulate, I promise you, you will never be satisfied. You'll always think, I need more and more and more. That's why these millionaires become billionaires and billionaires become trillionaires, right? There's never an end to their lust, to their greed. But Krishna says, if you surrender unto me, I will free you from this mind. The mind is a very, even by Arjuna's own admission, he says this mind is such a rascal. This mind will tell you, I want to do this, I don't want to serve Krishna, I want to sleep, I want to eat, I want to mate, I want to defend, I want to be an animal. This is nonsense. And the mind is, Arjuna says, it's restless, turbulent, and very strong. And he says it's easier to control the wind. And Prabhupada says, like a hurricane. I just came from America. There's great hurricanes. They call it different levels of hurricanes. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. A hurricane is, what is it called here? Typhoon? That's our, right? Isn't it typhoon? Right. So Prabhupada says just like a typhoon. Stage 1 is 86 miles or 100 kilometers, whatever it is. At stage 5 is so strong, it will take a large tree and just snap it in half. So right now, stage 3 is 157 miles per hour. Is a stage 5 hurricane. It will just knock trees and houses over. And the wind has gotten up to 185 miles. It's unheard of and completely devastating. So in America, very, very interested in material energy. And they build and they build and they build and they build and they build. And within one day, Krishna knocks it all down, right? So your brain, your mind, my mind, is agitated just like that wind, blowing, knocking down, trying to knock your devotional service down, right? More difficult, but by the chanting of the Maha Mantra, it controls the mind and makes it peaceful. And then you can see clearly. I lived in a couple of hurricanes, and when it is blowing like that, you can only think, how am I going to survive this? That's all you're thinking. How will I live through it? So the mind, when it's agitated, is very disturbed. It will come to so many false conclusions. But the mind of the Mahabhagavat, it is not disturbed like that. It is seeing clearly. It is seeing perfectly that Krishna, Aham Savasha Prabhu Mata Savar Pravartate. He's the source of everything. And therefore, when we understand that Krishna is the source, we don't have to accommodate anything in the material world. We just have to render all of our service to the lotus feet of Krishna, and he will take you. Right? He says, Sarvadama Parityakja Mamikam Saranam Vraja Ham Tvam Savapapebhyo Moksha Shishim Masucha. He said, don't worry, Masucha. Just surrender to me. Give up all your other nonsense conceptions of Dharma. This conception that you have any obligation other than to the service of Guru and Gauranga. If you can do this, you open, it is like learning the secrets of the universe. The whole universe opens up to you if you can do this one thing. And in this one lifetime, Lord Chaitanya says, you chant this holy name, you will go back to God, guaranteed. So in this purport, Prabhupada, he says, very clearly, unless you are hearing this information, evam parampara praptam imam marajasa yovidu, this has all been handed down from spiritual master to disciple, like that, spiritual master to disciple, from time immemorial. From time immemorial. Prabhupada explains, Krishna gave it to Lord Brahma. Brahma gave it to Narada Muni. Narada Muni gave it to Srila Vyasadeva. Srila Vyasadeva gave it to Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya gave it to so many devotees of Madhvavinda Puri, was one of them. Madhvavinda Puri gave it to, who knows? Ishwara Puri. Ishwara Puri gave it to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave it to the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan gave it to Krishna Das Kaviraj. And then so on, handed down ultimately to Bhakti Vinod Thakur. to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, to Srila Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada, and now to His Divine Grace, Bhakti Churu Swami. So this is very interesting. Maharaj mentioned yesterday how I was just a young boy. Who in this room is 19 years old? Is there anyone 19? Raise your hand. No one's 19 years old? Who's 20? Anyone 20? 21? Oh, okay, 21. Okay, you're 21. Okay, you stand up. Stand up. You, yeah, stand up. Just for a second. Okay, so look how fresh and young this boy looks. Just like a demigod. That's what I looked like when I came in this temple so many years ago. Now, old man. Okay, you can sit down, Prabhu. You can sit down. Prabhupada once said, oh, when I was young, I was very beautiful. He said, very beautiful. And he said, but now I am old man and nobody cares. Of course, Prabhupada is eternally beautiful, but so that is the nature of this world. Like this world's over. Your life's over. It's so quick. And who's to say you will live even 40 years? I thought I'd be dead in 20. It's a miracle I'm here. So how much longer can I go on? Right? And how much longer? Prabhupada once said, old age means just before you die. So who in this room can say who will die next? It may be this young boy. He may be the oldest man in this room. When you are born and you live for 1 week, you have died for 1 week. You're 1 week dead. It's just like the hourglass, right? The hourglass has so much sand in that glass, and it trickles down through the glass, right? It moves very slowly, and when you're very young, though, there's so much sand. But as it trickles through, it gets bigger and bigger, and the stuff at the top gets smaller and smaller. So that is the nature of the material world. And it is very distasteful. This is not a natural thing to grow old. We don't like it. You can see the women, no offense, Mataji's, but makeup and all this, right? And they have so many things, plastic surgery and right? They don't want to grow old. No one wants to grow old. But this is an unnatural situation. Coming into this material world is not a natural thing for the soul to do. Why is this? Ishvara Paramam Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Krishna is Sachitananda Vigraha. And we're parts and parcels of Krishna. We're meant to have forms like Radha and Krishna, not like these forms. So many obnoxious things come out of it. We have a problem. We have a problem. And the problem is we've taken birth in this Mahatattva. That is a problem. Because we're Sachitananda Vigraha. We're eternal. We're full of all knowledge. And we're full of Ananda. We're full of Ananda. And that is Srimati Radharani. She is Ananda Shakti. She is full of so much bliss that she even gives Krishna bliss. Krishna is self-satisfied. But Radharani is so amazing that even Krishna gets bliss from Radharani. And Radharani is so merciful. She's Bhakti Devi. She gives everyone their devotional service. She's so expert. And she's very, very merciful. She's very, very merciful. And when she comes in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna, they join together. There is no one more merciful than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is Patita Pavan. He is the deliverer of the most falling. So, and here's proof. I am fallen, so fallen, but still I'm being carried on the waves of this great ocean of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we're all in this ocean. But, sometimes our mind, we think, sometimes this Hare Krishna is very difficult. I get up early and this, and I don't eat enough, right? I don't have my own room. So many things. But if we simply climb onto this boat of Srila Prabhupada, he's a great captain, and he's deputed His Divine Grace Bhakti True Swami to take on the boat. We just stay on this boat. We'll get over this ocean of birth and death. We'll get back to a natural position. This is an artificial world. Like they say in food, no artificial preservatives, right? Well, we are artificially being preserved in these material bodies. When we become free from the bodily concept and from the subtle bodily concept. Guru Maharaj was saying yesterday that as we talk, or as everyone talks, as everyone acts, they are forming, they're shaping the subtle body. And you can look around. You can look at every different form we see around there. That is the manifestation of the subtle body, which was formed. And now, in this life, we're forming our next body, right? But Prabhupada says, give up this gross body and this subtle body. These are not, although the subtle body is part of, and the gross body is part of the Mahatattva, it is not part of the soul. It is Krishna's energy, Maya Jakshena Pratikti, Suyate Sa Characharam, right? But it is not who we are. When we find ourselves fully surrendered into the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, without any interruption or without any motivation, then all of the illusion, all of the suffering, and the hurricane of your mind will be controlled. So, one thing I wanted to touch on before I ended class is it is so nice to be with all you Prabhus. I am not really worthy of it, but I am a greedy man, very greedy, so I greedily stealing your association. So forgive me if I commit any offense to you. But Srila Prabhupada said one of the secrets to becoming advanced in Krishna consciousness is utsaha, is being enthusiastic. And I see this temple is very enthusiastic because you are being guided so nicely by His Divine Grace Bhakti True Swami. So everything you do here is perfect. I was thinking just yesterday, looking around this great palace, we are so fortunate to live in the kingdom of God. Like there's 5, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami, there are 64 processes or 64 items of devotional service, but there's 5 primary objectives. One is to worship the deity. Okay. 2 is to study the Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. 3 is to worship Tulsi Devi. 4 is to associate with devotees. And 5 is to live in Vrindavan or Mayapur or Mathura. So then one would say, of course, Ujjain's also. But any temple in ISKCON, Prabhupada said, when you walk into ISKCON, you walk onto these premises, they are sacred grounds. This is a holy, this is coming to the Dham. All of you are so fortunate. You live in the Dham every day. You live in the spiritual sky. This is not the material world. When Krishna comes down, he never comes alone. He comes with all his associates. He comes with his land. He comes with his cows. He comes with his paraphernalia. He comes with his big brother. As you can see, Madan Mohan, he's brought the whole spiritual world here. And it's all we have to do is we're a little blind. We have this speck in our eye, this material speck that thinks, aham mameti, that I am this material body, that I am this material mind, this subtle body, and everything in relationship to this body is mine. This, you have to take that speck out. Like Radhanath Swami has that program, he goes to Varshana, and they take out the cataracts out of the eye. I went with him once. And when they take that cataracts out of the eye, their eyes are closed, they've been blind, and the first thing they show them is a picture of Radha Gopinath. So we have to take the cataract of material desires out of our eye. Follow this process. This is a perfect process. This whole process that Srila Prabhupada gave us. Mangalarti, and Tulsi Puja, worship Nrsingadev, Srimad Bhagavatam class, japa, 16 rounds minimum. This whole program, taking prasadam, going out distributing books, bringing other people. All of this is pure devotional service. Bhakti mam avijananti yavinyas chasmitat vidatam. Tyakvam deham punarjanma naiti mam etu sarnajuna. Finished. Only by devotional service can I be known by I am. And when one becomes fully conscious of Madan Mohan, you become liberated and you can enter into the kingdom of God. That is the process. That's what we have here. So Prabhupada, this is a real little realization. This Mudha, this rascal, this lower than Sudra, Udayananda Das had, is Prabhupada once said, they asked, is there any other pure devotees? And Prabhupada said, all my disciples are pure devotees. And I was like, but Prabhupada, I'm one of your disciples. But the meaning of that is this program that Srila Prabhupada has given us is pure devotional service. If you simply continue on this path, there is nothing in this material world that can keep you here. And I'll end on one little story that Prabhupada told us. I was on the Radha Damodar party with His Holiness Vishnu Jan Swami and Tamal Krishna Goswami. And we were in Sridham Mayapur in 1976. And we were sitting in Srila Prabhupada's room having his darshan. And one of my godbrothers turned to, we were book distributors. We would go out every single day, distribute books. And so one of my godbrothers raised his hand and said, Srila Prabhupada. And he said, yes. He said, if we're out on Sankirtan and we die distributing your books, will we go back to Godhead in this lifetime? And Prabhupada looked at us and said, not necessarily. And we were like, what? And there was this pause. Prabhupada would pause for a few seconds. It seemed like eternity because we all were thinking the Sankirtan will save us all. He said, and he could see we were kind of distressed, and he looked at all of us and he said, but I can promise you this. Went just like that. I can promise you this. If you dedicate your entire life to distributing my books, I promise. And then he pointed up in the sky, like to Goloka Vrindavan. I promise that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself will come down here and personally take you back home, back to the spiritual sky. Srila Prabhupada ke, Nitai Gaur Nataraja ke. So, just follow this process. It is joyfully performed. Give up any attachment you have. And it's very short time. I know when you're 21 years old, it seems like, wow, 60 is a long time. It actually isn't. It comes very quickly. And very soon, we will go back home. Actually, we'll dedicate our lives to spreading this movement, distributing his books. And one day, Lord Chaitanya will appear before us, and he'll lift us up like Haridas Thakur and take us back home. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Is there any questions or comments? One question. Where is Prasadam? All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.